So let's open this last final doors and see what happens. Let's go! Geronimo! Well, that's a bit of a rush. G'day people, this is Monster Dad and welcome to this Space Engineers Survival. Just a quick recap if you haven't watched the prologue to this particular series. The backstory is the guy flying the ship, Captain Dad, was delivering some pathfinders to this particular planet, this newly found planet called New Destiny, and these pathfinders were going to set up a small colony on the planet and see if it's viable for permanent habitation. However, en route just above the planet, Captain Dad's ship, the Pilgrim's Pride, was attacked by pirates. They boarded, killed all the pathfinders, looted the ship including all its fuel, and left poor old Captain Dad for dead. And when he woke up, the pirates had plunged the ship into the gravity well of the planet and sent it on a collision course. So all his lifelong hard work and money he put into this ship is about to be crumbled to dust. So this ship, most of the important components for the ship are in the rear. Med center, the med bay, jump drive, reactors. So my task really is to try and save as much of the rear end of the ship as I can. We've got that unknown signal's a nice little marker for us. Just under 35 k's before we smash to pieces. In the testing phases I did for this, I wasn't very successful at saving much of it. With all the new physics updates over the past few months, quite frankly, not a lot survives at 100 meters per second or 104 meters per second, looking at the speedo there, when you crash a ship. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and drop it slightly on its nose. That way, hopefully, saving some of the back end. I have no idea how successful this is going to be. Let's go for about there. Of course, my other task is to try and survive, because if the med bay gets obliterated in the crash, I've got no way to respawn. So that's a bit of a worry. Right, so the first task is getting out of this chair without dying. Space Engineers is notorious for killing people when they get out of chairs. Let's give it a go. See what happens. Okay, well, so far so good. So I've thought about this long and hard. I am not staying on the ship for this. Oh. So I think I'm going to jump and take my chance with a free fall down to the planet. Oh, put my helmet on. There's no oxygen this high up, is there? I don't think I need my light on. Let's conserve some suit energy. So yeah, I've pretty much done all I can with the ship. It's in the fate of the gods now. So let's open this last final doors and see what happens. Let's go! Geronimo! Well, that's a bit of a rush. Wow. We've still got a long way to go, haven't we? Oh, it's so peaceful. I'll try and stay relatively close to the vicinity of the ship. Let's put my dampeners on for a second, and because we always fall a bit, we travel slightly faster than vessels, so I don't want to be too far ahead of it when it plunges into the ground. Because I want to see, I want to get it. Actually, I want to have a nice little show. Quite frankly, you know, it's Captain Dad's ship. He's spent a lot of money on it. He might as well enjoy the benefit of seeing it crash. Do 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 do. Wow. As they say, it isn't the fall that kills you. It's the smashing crash into the ground at the end. We'll catch up with it. Let's head a bit closer. What have we got? 13 kilometers. That unknown signal is perfect. It just gives us a really good indicator. However, I'm going to switch off the head-up displays at the moment and enjoy the view. It's so peaceful. Where's the sun? I guess we can have a good scout of the terrain around us now whilst we're doing this. Might as well make it useful, eh? Another lake over there. There's a lake below us, isn't there? Yeah, just there, just in the shadow of that mountain. It's a very big open flat area as well, isn't it? A bit barren though. Could do with a bit more greenery. How's our ship doing? Still in one piece at the moment. It's not going to be for long, is it? So the testing I did with this, like I said, there wasn't a huge amount left of this. Mainly debris. There's still plenty of components to be able to make a few things. There's no refinery or assembler on this ship, so you know that's not on there regardless. Even if it was to survive half intact, that wouldn't be there. One of the biggest issues I found, I'll say this quickly, is if all the power systems are destroyed. There's no power in the reactors, but if the batteries are destroyed, I've got no way to recharge my suit, which is a bit of an issue because once the suit power runs out, I can't use any of my tools. So that's something I would need to fix pretty quickly. So it may take some inventive and creative ways to do things, which is why I love this start, doing something like this, because it's different nearly every time with the challenges you face. Right, let's get ready. How close do you reckon? Go. Oh, 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 oh! Let's have a look. Well, to tell you the truth, it looked like quite a bit survived that time. It's never... Two times are never the same with this, I found, which makes it really quite rewarding. That's the top of the ship, isn't it? Because that's where the aerial is. I don't want to use too much of my hydrogen actually, so I'm going to land. Whee! Let's have a bit of a look. Got to be very careful around this debris as well. I've been catapulted for like 2 kilometers when I stand on some of these things, and also I found stepping on parts of the ship at this stage can instantly kill you, and I have no idea why. I guess it's just one of those Space Engineers glitches. Oh, I like what they've done with the graphics for the partly destroyed reactors with the green radiated fog coming out of them. That's pretty cool. Doesn't look particularly stable, does it? I think all of that is resting on that one landing gear, isn't it? Well, there's a battery there, but it looks to be completely broken because there's no power on it. Yeah, useless battery there. Do we have power? Wow, an intact jump drive. That's really good news because there are so many good components in that. See what I mean? I nearly died then. I wonder if that was the radiated fog that did that. That could be a thing, couldn't it? Well, let's not get too close to that in future. Alright, what I want to do is find an access panel so that I can see what's occurring, whether there's any power, and see what's survived. Let's look at this. Okay, so what's this? We've got an O2 generator, which is fantastic. That means we can take one of those apart, build it up, and get some power in it to keep my hydrogen going, because I'll use a lot of that. No. Battery. The only battery that survived is incomplete. So we have no power. Did the med bay survive? No, it didn't. Okay. Is there any ice, I wonder, in any of these? There is. Generator number 7. Okay, 'cause there was a lake nearby, but I think it was quite a way off. Okay, well, why have I got parts in my inventory? Let's get down from here, so I'm not wasting my hydrogen. I shouldn't have those parts, so I'm going to throw them away. I really have no idea why they're there. So let's just drop them and ignore those. They'll despawn eventually. Okay, cool. Right, I'm going to go for that unknown signal because I need the uranium, the uranium that's inside it. Actually, before I go anywhere, let's make a GPS marker so I can find my way back. 'Cause it looks like it's going to be dark soon. Crash site seems like a good enough name for it, doesn't it? Okay, let's go and see what this thing has. Preferably without smashing into a tree because my health is already down. Yeah, so I need to think about my suit power. I don't need my helmet on, do I? J, there we go. U is your helmet in Empyrean, not Space Engineers. Oh, we have resources here as well. The resources are really tricky to see as well now. There used to be huge dark patches, but that's been changed recently and they're a bit more subtle. A new grinder. Well, we might as well make use of that straight away. Thank you very much for that. Where's the button panel? Might as well see if we get anything. A rainbow grinder. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not going to take all the steel plate from this because, quite frankly, I have a ton of it. We will have a ton of it. Alright, I need to get to that reactor. 0.1, that's not a lot. Okay, let's get back. Okay, so what I've got now, I've got parts for a small ship reactor and I have 0.1 uranium. So I think what I'm going to do... What's that? Is that one of the parts from the ship all the way over here? Oh no, that's a rock. That's probably iron, so at least we know there's some of that. Yeah, so I think what the plan is, I've got to get this suit power sorted. I think that's a priority now. I can't do anything with the ship along those lines. Do you know what I really want to do is stabilise this. I'd like to get it to fall flat. This could be a bit risky. So I think it's standing on this and this. So if I remove that, I remove that landing gear, this should fall flat. And I could probably hide in that hole if I get caught in it. So let's remove this first. It moved a bit, didn't it? That way I can come in from the top of it on a flat area. Am I going to get squashed? I better get ready with my hydrogen, hadn't I? Do you know what? Let's put it on now, ready to go. Okay. Beautiful. So that's a bit more secure now, and it's right way up. Oh, the big thrusters have survived. That means I've got a ton of motors. Right, I don't want to start using my tools too much at the moment because I need to build a rover. Okay, so let's think about this. I've got some steel plate on me. Okay, so let's get, yeah, I do not need my weapon in my hotbar. Let's get a little platform done first. This looks nice and flat, doesn't it? Do I need a platform? It's a fairly flat area. Do you know what? I don't. Okay, let's think about this. What do I need to make a rover? Let's go for that. 3x3 wheels should be fine. I need small reactor, gyro. I won't bother with an antenna just at the moment. Doobie doobie doo. Cargo blocks, that's what I'm looking for. Let's at least get a medium cargo container on it. Okay, cool, cool. Right, so let's build a rover. So let's plonk that down there, which should lock if we give it a push. Yep, cool. So I don't need that anymore. This is just to give us a platform to build on. So let's go like that. Bring this that way. Right, that's like an arm to build on. So let's build the rover out from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be a real basic rover. We'll go out that many, I think. If I can, I'd like to get 3 lots of wheels on it, but I may not be able to. 1, 2, 3. Let's make it stable. Okay, so the wheels will go on the end of this. What I'm also going to do, because the size 3 wheels don't give a lot of clearance. Clarence. So I'm going to do that and put the wheel on the end there. That'll help give the underneath of the vehicle a little bit more clearance. So where did I go out? 1, 2, 3, 4, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so if I build a rover, because I can make a small reactor, and I've got plenty of parts for that, and I've only got a small amount of uranium, 0.1, it means I'll be able to put a small reactor on this, put a chair on it, and actually recharge my suit. Even if we don't use the rover for anything else at the moment, I can still do that. Okay. And there should be plenty of parts in there to build the wheel parts for this and everything else. Okay, cool. So, what do we want? Wheels. I can't remember which way up these go. It's the single heel bit that goes to the top, isn't it? I've probably got that wrong. I'm sure you'll let me know if I have. What I'll do is I'll test it before I drop it onto the floor in case I need to change it. Okay, so wheels, let's think what else we need. Got that. I need a seat. Or does it come under chair? I'm just going to stick one of the... I've got the azimuth light pack in, or the azimuth seats, because I like those, these open cockpit seats. That's the passenger, I don't want that. Azimuth open cockpit, that's the one I want. Just there should be fine. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to bother about that. It's functional at the moment, and that's what counts. Okay, so we want a medium, at least one medium cargo container on there. I need to think about expansion, so I want to make sure I can expand this. I want this probably near the centre, actually. Do you know what? I need an O2H2 generator. Be easy to put one of the smaller ones on, then I can pop some ice into it. Yeah, let's get that there. Yep, and then that'll sort out our hydrogen needs for a long time to come. We'll pop that there. Cool beans. What was that I just pressed? Unknown signal. Do I have enough hydrogen to go and get that? I really, really need the uranium. Yes, I do. And I've got enough space. Okay, let's go get this. I don't like flying around in the dark. I have the Space Just Got Real mod, which has been updated for the new version of Space Engineers, but as well as making the thing look far more beautiful than it usually is, it actually makes the night time much darker. So it's a bit more dangerous to travel around at night, which, you know, I'm okay with. It adds to the danger and excitement of the game, which I think always adds a bit of fun. I don't want to fly too high because I want my light to hit the ground, just so I can keep a tag on how high I am, because this one's quite a distance. But I need the uranium. I'm not too worried about the parts. We have plenty of parts. And I think they've recently made some more changes to the... Oh, get some rough ground. Yeah, let's not fly into a mountainside. With the jetpack, so you actually accelerate and decelerate much faster, I believe, which you've got to be a little bit careful with. Which means a small touches on the acceleration, and you hit something, you're going to die. And I'm already at 3/4 health, so or thereabouts. Well, I'm glad I put that GPS marker on the crash site, because I would never have found my way back. I hope it's not one of the ones that fly away. Please don't be one of the ones that fly away. No, good. Oh, nice. And 0.3 uranium. No, that's a score. Let's just change my tool over first. Otherwise I'll end up forgetting. Let's grind this baby down. Oh, do you know what? Let's check the button first, just in case we get anything interesting. Can find it. So where's the button on this? There it is. I'm after a lava suit. I've got the lava boots, I think it is. 0.3 uranium. That's really good. It's just quadrupled the amount of uranium I have. Again, I'm only going for the stuff with the components, although I will cut it in half, I think, because I can reach it. It'll despawn faster. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, is that? Oh, it's just a light. Okay, let's get back. Let's get to it. This rover's going to come in handy as well, I guess, because I can go around hunting stuff. Why have I got my helmet on again? Did I accidentally press J at some point? So I'm sure I didn't die. Yeah, the rover. So I can head down to that lake that was nearby and get ice for the hydrogen generator, I guess. God, this is really worrying. I can go and check out resource areas like this one here. I think that's one anyway. Might be, might not. Quite difficult to tell. It is. What I'm going to do whilst I'm here is just mark that as resources. I know there was silver there, so there's probably gold there, but what I don't want to do is start hunting for resources now. My suit power's down to 50% now. And I've still got some grinding to do to get the components to start that. Well, actually, should have all the components on me for that reactor, so I should be able to watch the trees. So I should be able to build that reactor straight away when I get back onto the rover. The chair is functional, so I can immediately sit in and recharge my suit. Oh, more resources. Oh, and silicon as well. That's nice. Resources. Cool. I'll deliberately try not to fly too fast. You can see the red Spirit of Lomond in the left corner there. I have a couple of mods installed that changes the planet slightly. One of them is the air traffic mod, which will spawn in hostile aircraft, usually quite high up. They're not really a problem unless you get close to them. Occasionally they actually drop out of the sky as well for some reason. The other one I've got in is planetary installations, which will spawn hostile bases around the planet as we explore. And they are some of the bases which Captain Dad will probably be ticked off enough at with the pirates to attack at some point and try and destroy. So that gives some bit of combat on the planet. The other planetary mod I've got on are planetary crash ships, and I deliberately put that one on just in case this ship got destroyed too much, and that gave me another way to go around and get components if necessary. I might switch that one off because sometimes the results of finding one of those can be a bit overpowered. For instance, there's one particular ship that spawns and it has about 15 nuclear reactors, and each one of them has over 350 uranium in them. So it basically gives you a supply of uranium for almost the entire series, and I don't really want that. I want to have to work for some of the resources. So now that we've got a fair amount of components available to us, what I think I'll probably do is next time I load the game is turn off the crash ship mod. I don't think we need it, but it was just a backup more than anything. Okay, so let's get our reactor in there. Let's pop it on the side of the cargo container. That seems to make sense. I don't need to be hovering on my jetpack, do I? There we go. I'm going to have to put together the cargo container before I can put the uranium in it. What a dope. Oh, actually, I have enough components on me anyway. Okay, let's... Oh, spot on. I'm probably not going to be able to put this in here, am I? Oh, because you can't move things through. Where is the reactor? The reactor's not even showing on there. Did I put the gyro on there? I did, didn't I? What a dope. You probably saw me doing that, didn't you? Okay, well, that solves my problem about the reactor anyway. Reactor 7. So what I'll do is I'm going to put that just there. Take apart that gyro, grab the computers I need out of it. I don't want that gyro there anyway. let's pop our uranium in that little baby, sit in our chair and recharge. We even have a campfire, look. Actually, that's pretty cool. So you can actually make campfires then by slightly destroying some items with components in. Okay, we are fully recharged. How's our hydrogen going? We're 88% left in our final bottle. That's fine, because our rover should be done soon. What else do we need to put on the rover? Let's put the gyro back on. Just pop that there. I always put gyros on rovers because it's not absolutely necessary, but it's incredibly useful if you need to get over a bump, and it makes turning a bit easier as well. So we got that, we got that, we got that, we got that. Is there anything else we need on at the moment? Probably a spotlight would be a good idea. Probably front and rear would be good. Might as well leave them on for the moment, give ourselves a bit of light. Okay, cool beans. Right, let's weld up some of these plates. Might as well give the rover a bit of structural integrity before we drop it on its wheels. That bit I'm not welding because that'll just be chopped off just here so that the rover can drop either side of it. And we'll pretty it up at some point. At the moment I just needed something to recharge my suit energy. That way we could continue working with our tools without getting too desperate. Got another unknown signal. Yes, a different one. It's over that way. I'm not going to go for that one at the moment. It's 2 kilometers away and it would use up most of our hydrogen. And the rover's not ready yet. And I don't particularly want to drive it around at night anyway. It's a bit too dark. Still have no med bay, so death is a problem. Okay, so that's all those bits done. Let's get these wheels done. Small tubes. Why isn't my welder switched on? It's working, but it's not showing anything. Strange. Is it when I get too close to something it doesn't show the welding flame? I wonder. Am I out of fuel? It's still working, that's a bit weird. I'm surprised I had everything on me I needed for these wheels, so I just need some small steel tubes for these. Let's see if I can get this generator. So computers, a couple of large steel tubes and some small steel tubes for the rest of the suspension pads. And I think still need a couple of computers. Computers, small tubes, 2 large tubes. Okay, I bet we can find those fairly easily. What's in this little beauty? There's large tubes, computers. So we just need some small tubes. Small tubes. What's small? What's in small? It's got those. Small tubes, 20 in this one. Good. Okay, we are good to go. So let's finish off these suspension blocks. Boom. Boom. This one as well, wasn't it? Boom. If I had any idea where the ice was in there, I could go and get it and put it into this O2 generator, but I don't. Right, what I want to make sure is I've got these wheels on the right way, so let's go in. Wheels. Whoops. Wells. Wheels. Okay, so let's group those together. Adjust the height. I've got them the wrong way around. Oh no, that's right, yeah, because that would raise the vehicle up. Okay, let's put it on the full height. Let's increase the strength a bit, because I'm going to drop it. I don't think we need that much power. I certainly don't want that much speed, because that's about 40... Speed limit 100... Yeah, that's about 40 meters a second. I don't really want that. Let's bring that down a bit. Okay. Cool. Okay, good, 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 good. Yeah. So let's get out of there and let's hopefully not drop this on our heads. There we go. Reclaim this lot. And we have a working rover. Bit ugly. So what I am going to do, I'm just going to put some blocks around here to give it a bit of a bit of a better frame. Was that the middle? I think it was, wasn't it? Let's just weld those up. And then I think we'll take it a bit of a spin around the crash site. I'm not going to do much with it because we still have very, very limited fuel at the moment. I'm not going to drive up to that unknown signal at the moment because it's just too far in the dark and too risky. I still have no med bay. Another mod I've got installed is the small med bay, so it's a bit cheaper to build, but I don't have the medical components to be able to do that. Oh, come on. There we go. Oops. Get rid of you. Finish this off. Beautiful. We have a working rover with a little bit of storage, and once I get some ice into there, we'll be able to replenish our hydrogen. Let's get rid of some of this junk from my... I don't need the oxygen, do I? Don't need my weapon. I'll keep some steel plates on me just in case I need them. Woohoo! Right, let's see how it drives. Ooh, pretty good. Whee! You look at that in this light. I don't know if you can see it very well, but that bit there that's lit up. TIE fighter. That's what that reminds me of. As soon as I saw it, I thought there was a TIE fighter parked there. No, these little things, eh? These little things. Okay, well, I think that's a good point to call it an episode. Yeah, I'd say that was so far successful. It was a bit of a worry having no power whatsoever left in the ship, but yeah, we got around that with some space engineering. Built the rover, managed to get the fuel from the unknown signals, and created something that we could recharge our suit. And we also have something now that we can at least do a little bit of exploration around the immediate area. Definitely down to that lake. That's got to be the first trip. Get some ice so that we can replenish our hydrogen. That way we can jump around that ship, taking things apart. And then the next bit is to take some components apart, I think, in the next episode, and start a small temporary area where we can start refining. So we'll get enough components to build an assembler, a refinery, an ore detector, pop that in here, and then we can start refining some resources and think about where we're going to create our base. What I might do as well, if we've got enough components and we manage to get a little bit more uranium from unknown signals, is build a remote probe that I can fly around the immediate area as well. Stick an ore detector on that as well, and that's a much faster way and safer way to go and explore for resources. But yeah, if we've got time to do that next episode, that's a definite. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Please press a like if you've enjoyed that, and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be aware of the next episode when it comes out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.